Hello and welcome. Today we will explore a key concept in physics, which is buoyancy, or the ability of objects to sink or float in the water. We will test several items to see if they sink or float, and I'll explain why that happens. The first question we will start is, what do you think makes something float? Is it the size, the shape, or something else? Let's find out together. Here are the materials: rock, a rubber ball, a piece of wood, and a coin. We will test each one to see if it floats or sinks. Before we do, think about which one you expect to float or which one will sink. Ready? Let's start. The first one we have there is a rock. Do you think it will sink or float? As you see, the rock sinks. So the reason why the rock sinks is because it is a dense that water, it has more mass for its size. So it cannot stay afloat. The water isn't able to push it up. At the bottom section, in the comment section, I would like you to answer, what do you think is sink? Like, why do you think it sinks? How does the mass of an object affect its ability to float or sink? Now we're gonna move to our second item, which is a rubber ball. A rubber ball. Yeah. So, as you can see, the rubber ball, it did not sink, it actually floated. This is because it had less dense than water. Its mass is spread out, so the water cannot support it and it pushes upward. What difference about the ball and the rock, and why does it float? And why did the ball float and why did the rock sink? And then we're gonna move to our third item, which is the piece of wood. Will it sink or float? Let's see together. Like the rubber ball, the wood floats. Even though it might seem heavy, it is less dense than the water, so the water cannot keep it on top. How do you think the shape of the wood helps it float? And now we're gonna move to our final item, which is the coin. What do you expect will happen? As you see, the coin sinks because it is dense. Its mass is concentrated in a small space. This means that the water cannot support it, so it sinks to the bottom. At the bottom as well, I would like you to answer, why do you think the coin sank even though it is small? What does that tell us about the relationship between the mass and the buoyancy? For experience, we learned that objects float or sink based on their density. If an object is less dense than water, it floats. If it is denser, it sinks. We saw this with the rock and the cone sinking, and the ball and the wood floating. Buoyancy is all around us, from boats floating on the ocean to the icebergs in the water. Understanding why things sink or float helps us in many ways, such as building ships and designing products. Thank you so much for joining us today. I encourage you to try this experience at home. Remember, buoyancy is all about how objects interact in water. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more science experience. Thank you.